3-Point Shot, Chapter 21. The auditorium was abuzz with the chatter of the students, including the 4 who had made themselves scarce at the breakfast meeting. However, Angie and her associates seemed to only be talking amongst themselves, whereas the others were more about sharing information. "So those 3 rooms were all empty then," Kaito clarified. Maki nodded.
And apparently we have a locked door and a locked building to go with it.
This whole thing reeks.
Miu complained.
What kind of shit show are we running that we only really got 2 new rooms?
Angie's lab and the computer room, Shuichi acknowledged. "I have a theory, but I need some more information before I commit to it." "Well, we're about to get our chance," Kaede claimed, pointing toward the nearby stage. As if on cue, Monokuma made himself readily available for a battery of questions. Okay, Monokuma began. "I assume you're curious about what's going on with the new floor."
And Tenko's lab,
Himiko added. "Yeah, that too. So, first things first. The other locked door would lead into Shiguchi-kun's lab," the bear explained.
"But why can't we open it?"
Ryoma asked. "Simple!" Monokuma cheered. "If you find a student's research lab after they're already dead, it'll be locked. So, no dice for either of those."
So if we found, say, Shirogane-san's lab, it would also be locked, correct?
Kirumi inquired. "Way to pay attention!" Monokuma congratulated. "But that's not why I called you all here." "Is this the new motive?" Shuichi wondered. "You kids are on a roll today! I love it!" Monokuma affirmed. "Speaking of rolls, roll it on out, boys!" The 3 Monokubs moved a rolling platform to the center of the gym. Said platform had a set of 2 small chambers atop it. Either chamber was linked to the one next to it, and there was a door on either side. Once the platform had come to a stop, the Cubs made themselves scarce once more. "Is that a confessional?" Kaede asked, finding the object somewhat familiar. "The key to any given lockdown scenario is a place to blow off steam," Monokuma exposited. "As such, I'd like to offer you the chance to talk about your feelings in a safe environment." Maki wasn't buying it.
What's the catch?
Boo! Well, if you must know, Father Monokuma's a bit of a gossip.
Father Monokuma?
Himiko parroted back. "I think he means it in the religious context," Shuichi theorized. "It's not a confessional like on reality TV, it's a confessional like in a church."
So if we tell you our secrets, you'll tell them to other people? Then why would we want to tell you anything?
Miu argued. "Simply put, it's the only way to stop me," Monokuma countered. "Stop you?" Kaito repeated. "I've already got my hands on a few very special secrets, which I'll share with anyone who shares with me," Monokuma taunted. "But if you tell me the secret I've already got on you, I'll toss that one out." "And if we share a different secret?" Kaede questioned. Monokuma shrugged. "Then I'll add it to my stockpile." "Alright, I think I follow you here," Shuichi said, attempting to summarize. "Anyone can confess any secret they want to you, and once they do, you'll share another secret with them. You've already got at least one secret on each of us. If the confessor confesses the secret you already have on them, you'll throw it out, and they don't have to worry about anyone learning their secret. But if they confess something else, you'll add that to the list of secrets you can share." "More or less," Monokuma acknowledged. "But what about the secrets people confess that you end up adding?" the detective continued. "Are those impossible to remove?" "That's right. After all, if you were willing to tell me, you must not care if anyone finds out. It was hard to argue with Monokuma's logic in that regard, though all in all, this motive was a very off-putting prospect. It wasn't clear what secrets Monokuma already had on him, and blindly confessing wasn't going to get anything done. However, one student already stepped forward. Maki Roll, what are you... Before Kaito could finish his query, Maki had made her way into one of the two booths, and Monokuma jumped into the other as quick as he could. The students waited with bated breath. As to be expected, the two booths were soundproofed, so they couldn't tell what was being said. It only took about 3 minutes before the doors opened again. Maki stepped out, not looking all that different from her usual demeanor, while Monokuma looked a bit frustrated.
Like I thought. It's our darkest secrets.
Maki assessed. Yeah, Monokuma replied, clearly upset that he had been found out so quickly. Wait, Kaito interjected. You just told him your darkest secret like that?
Doesn't matter.
Maki countered.
He already knew to begin with. Now I don't have to worry about anyone else finding out.
But now you know someone else's, Kaede commented. Don't suppose you're willing to share? Monokuma taunted. Sharing a secret means it stops being a secret. On some level, telling someone else destroys that secret entirely. And according to Academy rules... We can't destroy anything related to a motive, Shuichi finished. So we can't share any of the secrets we learn from you when we confess. Now where would be the fun in that? Monokuma countered. This was a somewhat odd approach compared to the previous motives. The ticking clock was simple and to the point. The videos preyed on paranoia and confusion, though even then, needed Kokichi's interference to get the job done. But this one trapped the students between a rock and a hard place. If they did not make use of the confessional, then anyone who did was likely to learn the secrets of those who abstained. Some would go to any lengths to protect their secrets, as Maki had already made clear. However, those who did confess would find themselves in possession of possibly dangerous information. Information that they would not be allowed to share. This would not only put a target on their back, but possibly compel them to do something rash. And this time, they wouldn't even be allowed the option to warn the others about what they knew. As this conundrum occurred to each of the students, Monokuma chuckled. Boo! Well, that's all for me. If you want to talk, though, you know where to find me. Monokuma leapt into his booth once more and slammed the door behind him.